Subbed versus dubbed. A debate that has riled up the anime community in more ways than one. Well, the English speaking anime community, because the Japanese people don't need that type of energy. A debate that seems to pop up every time Funimation releases a new dub clip on YouTube. A debate that, no matter how many times fans argue, will never be settled. But today, I, RJ Lane, aim to explore why this heated topic has become so, well, heated. To weigh the pros and cons of both subtitled anime and English dub anime, to come to a definitive answer and finally settle the debate that has been plaguing the English-speaking anime community forever. Today, I settle this debate, but I'm not going to do it alone. There really isn't much research to be done on this topic because it's so opinionated. So I have gathered 4 other anime YouTubers to answer this question in a detailed interview. You're about to see their thoughts and preferences. Which is better, subbed or dubbed? Let's fucking do this. Anime dubbing can be traced back all the way to 1960, when the popular franchise Astro Boy aired in the United States, making it the first anime, or at least the first anime on record, to make it over to the West. However, the show kind of tanked and didn't even air all the episodes in the States, because it wasn't the type of cartoon that Americans were really interested in at the time. Yeah, whatever. After Astro Boy's original run, anime wouldn't see a resurgence until the 90s, and the rest is history because we all know how well anime is doing today. However, Astro Boy was the start of what would later become the anime dubbing industry. If you don't know what I mean by dubs, it's when an anime is translated into another language, primarily English, and recasted with voice actors that are fluent in said language, while sub anime is simply translating the Japanese and adding subtitles at the bottom of the screen. In short, you're watching the same show, but you may receive 2 completely different viewing experiences. Not only are the voices different for the characters, but some things may be lost in translation, along with edits made to the show to cater to specific countries. Depending on the show, the dub could change everything, from minor changes like puns or slang terms, all the way to characters' names and traits. So the debate lies in how you want to view the show. The original version or the English version? Which one do English-speaking fans value more? Let's ask them. Introductions. Introduce yourself to the people watching this video.
Oh, so I'm Shay. I am an anime YouTuber. I have a YouTube channel where I talk about anime and manga related topics, from discussions to haul videos of stuff I buy. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do, who I am.
Okay. So just introduce yourself to the channel.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Rob from Shonen Showdown here.
What does Shonen Showdown do?
Oh, we're an anime debate channel, but we also have skits, we have fantasy drafts, we have build your teams, we do a lot of different things.
Let's just start off with introductions. Introduce yourself to people and what you do.
Okay, well, my name is Gina. I go by Ryu Ryu on YouTube, and I do mainly just reaction videos to seasonal animes, and then second channel of 02, which does non-seasonal anime reactions.
Can you just introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, what's up? I am Broken Ronin. So, what's up? Mainly, I talk about Jujutsu Kaisen and a bunch of other different anime and manga. I kind of analyze characters, review series, all that kind of like basic AniTuber stuff. Nothing too crazy.
Which one?
That's a tough question. Honestly, I'm gonna go with sub.
Subbed or dubbed? Which one do you prefer?
You know what? I'm gonna say dub.
Subbed or dubbed?
I'm more of a sub person.
It depends.
Yeah.
Okay, well you have to pick one. So.
Okay. So I'll probably say dub.
Dubbed. Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay. So you're a dubbist. Great. So why dubbed?
Well, I think it's because when a show is dubbed, I'm able to also multitask. So I'm able to listen to what's going on, but then I'm also able to like finish up housework or able to step away for a little bit or able to work on other things while the show is going. And a lot of times the dubs are also just good to listen to.
My hero.
What you're telling me is that anyone who watches dubbed is not a real anime fan.
All right, well, hold on. That what I'm saying is sub sometimes brings out the best when it comes to the expression of the character's emotions. I just think it's more natural that way.
So what you're telling me is that everyone who watches dubbed is not a real anime fan and is trash?
I mean, when you put it like that, I almost have to agree.
What did you say?
But nah, on a serious note, I am one who doesn't really care how people watch anime. If you like it dubbed better, that's cool. I just personally can't really stand the way most dubs sound to me in terms of anime. So I also just gotten used to watching anime and subs at this point.
So what you're telling me is you think all sub watchers are elitist?
Yes.
It's not that extreme. I mean, I think this has always been a big debate of subs and dubs, but I think like dubs needs the attention that it's not getting. Like it's yeah. Let's go with that.
So do you think people that watch strictly subtitles are elitist trash?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
Because I feel like it's just a preference. Like I
just a
feel like
preference.
some people prefer subtitled anime just because some people, you know, dubs have a reputation of being bad. So a lot of people feel like the dub voice actors don't do as well as the original Japanese voice actors. So they prefer to just watch that, which, like I said, I think is just based off of preference.
What I'm hearing is that you just said all dub voice actors are trash. Is that...
I don't know if I'd go that far, but I would definitely say that I think if I had to explain like a basic level as to why dub just doesn't resonate with me, I think it's because of like how I think the level of understanding that I have of like a dub voice, because I completely understand what they're saying. Some of the lines in anime that would normally be like really cool sounding sound like cringy. For example, like hearing somebody yell the name of their special attack in dub most of the time does not sound as cool as it does in sub to me.
Curse technique reversal. Red. Jutsushiki Hante. Aka.
So if subbed is best to bring out the character's emotions, that means dub voice actors are trash?
Hey, listen, there's not a lot of range when it comes to dub voice actors, all right? We only have we're seeing more now, but growing up there was not a lot of range. There was that same cast that was covering a lot of different shows, but now we have a lot more people in there. The dubs are definitely going up, but we can't lie. Listen, the 4Kids One Piece dub was a thing. It happens. It happened.
So what you're saying is every dub nowadays sounds like 4Kids One Piece?
Nah, that's not what I'm saying.
You're saying a lot of crazy stuff right now, man.
Listen, hold on, that's not what I'm saying.
You stinkhead! Bird brain!
Mush brain.
Zolo brain!
Luffy, calling him his own name isn't a diss.
Usopp brain!
So what you're telling me is we should just forget about all the Japanese voice actors and just put it in English voice actors only, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not to that extreme point. I mean, I think the Japanese seiyus have it's two different worlds. I don't think it should be versus anymore. I think it should be like, yes, Japanese seiyus have it's their own art form, but like dubs, I don't think people appreciate enough because they just keep considering the old kind of dubs, the terrible quality dubs that we used to have. But I think English dubs actors have gotten a lot better.
That's right. It wasn't me who was wrong. It was the world.
Do you think that people who watch dub only can't read and that's why they watch dub?
I don't know. That may be true. There may be some truth to that. Maybe if you watch dub, there is a correlation that you cannot read. I don't know. It's very possible. More research may be required.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look into that one. I don't understand. So if you do not like subtitles, is it because you can't read subtitles? Like, how did you How did you start a YouTube channel if you couldn't read? I don't understand.
Oh no, I watch subbed anime as well. I have no problem watching subbed anime, but I like watching dubbed anime. So if I had to choose between a subtitle or a dub title, I'm probably gonna go with the dub title most likely, only because it allows me to free up more time, or allows me to be, well, like I said, it allows me to multitask at the time, and then I don't feel like I have to pay attention to reading all the subtitles at that given moment.
Okay, so what you're telling me is you like dubbed because can you not read subtitles? Is that what's going on?
Can I not read subtitles?
Yeah, are you not able to read?
Well, look, it's not about reading, but it's just like, if you truly enjoy anime, especially I'm going to say for action anime, it's just like the subs does take away from the action-packedness of the anime. You know, you want to be enjoying the action, but then your eyes are locked on the subs. So it's just like, doesn't in a way subs take away from the anime because you're focused on them?
Do you think people who watch dub only watch dub because they can't read?
Hey, look, what I have heard is that some people who watch the dub like to just listen to the anime while they're busy doing something else, but watching sub forces you to really be locked in 100% because you have to read the words. So sometimes, you know, it depends how locked in you're trying to be. If you're trying to watch the whole thing all the way, then you're gonna go through to sub because you have to keep your eyes on the screen. You can't look away. Dub gives you that luxury to look away.
Ignoring my fellow YouTubers' appalling opinions, one of the biggest subtopics in this argument is translation. Japanese, like any other language, has many layers. Depending on how you say a word and what suffix you put behind it, it can have a whole other meaning than what you intended. English doesn't really have that. On top of that, a lot of nicknames or puns are bound to be lost in English translation. For example, take this scene in the popular anime movie Your Name, the scene where Mitsuha first goes to school in Taki's body. Now, this scene may not stand out to you as a translation problem until you see both versions. In Japanese, there are several ways to say I. Since Mitsuha is from the country, she speaks a different dialect than what Taki's friends are used to, and you can see her cycling through the different ways to say it in the subtitle version. Take a look.
俺楽しかった。
However, since there's only one way to say I in English, here's what Funimation translated the scene as.
Well, a girl. A girl? A gal. I mean, a guy. You know, guys just want to have fun.
The scene is a lot funnier and works better in Japanese than it does in English. It's reasons like this that anime like Gintama can never really receive a proper dub. It's also the reason why some anime fans prefer subtitles, because watching dub, you will miss a lot of little jokes like this. Or in 4Kids' case, you will get a completely different show. But then again, there are a number of anime fans who would rather sacrifice this and just watch it in English. It all depends on if the fans care about translation errors. Let's find out. A lot of people don't like dubbed because of things that are lost in translation. So my question to you is, do you care about the lost in translation?
Personally, no. I guess the best way for me to put it is that I don't mind it as long as the meaning is still there. And a lot of times it's just based off of the fact that just some Japanese words or some Japanese slang just doesn't transfer over very well into English. So a lot of times there's just no way around it when you're trying to dub a show, and especially if you're dubbing a show for a particular audience and you want to make sure that they understand the show just as well as the Japanese audience understood the show. So sometimes things just do not translate well. So for me personally, I don't mind it because I understand why some things are changed for in the English dub.
Well, there are certain things that I think are lost in translation, even in subbed, if I'm being honest. Like certain puns that are kind of inherent to the Japanese language, I think kind of go over a lot of viewers' heads, and mine included. But I think that sometimes, I'll use Dragon Ball, for example, right? The Dragon Ball dub versus sub is pretty infamous for changing, large lines. I actually like the voice acting in that, but I think if you're trying to get like a truer experience to what sometimes the characters legitimately mean, there are certain examples or certain anime or series that the dub changes a fundamental aspect of them in order to appeal to a more Western audience?
I mean, I do care about the quality. I mean, I think that is important, but I think that's kind of the same issue that arises with subs. Like, I mean, we still have, there's just some words within a language that can't perfectly be translated, I feel. So that's something we have as a problem in subs as well. So I don't think that really follows through into dubs, like just for dubs only.
Is one of the reasons why you watch subbed, so you don't have to worry about that lost in translation stuff?
It depends, because what is said in a Japanese accent or in a Japanese natural way of speaking is not going to sound the same as we would say here in America, right? So I think it's definitely important that they find a way to take certain phrases that are in Japanese and say them in a way that we can understand them more in a natural way, rather than it being word for word.
So what you're telling me is that the Japanese should cater their language to English-speaking audiences.
Oh, hell no. That's definitely not what I'm saying.
Hey yo! I am Buto! We are Okyaksan! 演奏しませんりっちゃん、頑張ってるけど、だいぶ日本語だよりっちゃん、もう一押し I love sushi すごいわ
But hey, look, look, we should figure out a way to make sure that the subs can also have the same type of feel in a dub way. That's what we should be making sure.
You're saying is that Japanese seiyus are better than English voice actors. Is that what you're telling me?
Look, yeah, I'm going to give them the credit. I think they are a lot better. I mean, they've been in this industry for a lot better. There's just some Japanese seiyus that do like just voices so well that English, I feel like seiyus can't do yet. But yeah, so they're good. They're good at what they do. Yeah,
They're good. So if Japanese seiyus are better, then why dub?
because I think it's okay. Oh damn. Okay, I do.
Got him!
Look, I am going to be honest and say that I was previously like an absolute sus person, and recently I've just started to appreciate like dubs has something else to offer, and I think that's why I'm.
So you were a sub elitist. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like absolute subs. I would never pay attention to dubs, but I think it's just like it's more so recently. I just feel like I've given dubs a chance, and I think that it does deserve like a chance. I don't think it should be just like subs elitist anymore. I think it's just like some animes have amazing dubs, such as Haikyuu, and so like if you give that a chance, there is another honestly like element to dubs that you can enjoy, and that goes back to your previous question of just like lost in translation. Dubs does have that, but in a way, if you watch Haikyuu dubs, it has like a funness to the dubs that you don't get in the subs.
Snacky time! Hey! Tall dude with the glasses. It's Tsukushima. Fine then, Tsukushima. Well, I killed Hinata. Sorry, guys.
So are you saying that people that listen to dub don't value anime? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I don't know, man. I gotta say, if you're I don't know. Obviously you do. You watch anime how you want to watch anime. I think that's like the simplest way I can put it. There are different things people may value. Some people may not care or as much, I'll say, not care at all, but some people may not hang as much on every word as I do, and that's fine. Some people prefer convenience when they're watching it, and I honestly can't blame them. To me, I've gotten used to it, so it's not really a problem. But in general, who wants to read while watching a series? Like, unless you're used to that, I could see that as being very troublesome. So I'm definitely one who was like, you know what? There's give and take, and I respect if you watch dub. I personally would rarely do it. Like, the only two dubs I've watched and like been like not for like comedic purposes or just, you know, like on a first viewing is Dragon Ball, because I grew up with that and I saw it more as a cartoon initially, and I've watched a decent chunk of Yu Yu Hakusho in dub.
Earth the toddler bitch! You better speak now before I forever put that pacifier 10 inches down your throat!
Okay, so what you're telling me is all Japanese, when they animate the show, they should cater to English-speaking audience and make sure it can be translated perfectly.
Oh no, of course not. Of course not.
You should at least start practicing your English vocabulary words. I don't need to know no English.
They're just trying to make it for their Japanese audience. So of course they're gonna put in like certain sayings, or they're going to put in pop culture that is very well known to Japanese. And the same thing has to be said when it's translated into English, that the English voice actors or the writers or the translators have to make it for an English audience. So like we may not know some Japanese pop culture or some Japanese artists, so they might put in an English artist or an artist that's very well known here in the States so that we understand the joke or understand the reference, and that way it's not lost on us. So we might be like, well, I don't know who this person is, so why is this joke funny, or why is this referenced, you know? So okay. No, I don't think Japanese are trash for not catering to us. I think that's perfectly fine because they're catering to their audience.
So there are pros and cons to each side of the argument, which leads me to my last question. Do you think it matters?
Honestly, not as much as people make it out to be. Like no, I really don't think it is.
At the end of the day, doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It doesn't. As long as you're getting the same information. If you're getting the same exact information, enjoy it how you want.
Doesn't matter.
No.
No.
No. I feel like it doesn't matter at the end of the day. You like what you like, because at the end of the day, you're still enjoying the same show. You're still enjoying anime as a whole. And to me, that's what matters.
Do you think it matters?
Not at all. I think the thing is this, right? At the end of the day, we're both consuming basically the same series, right? The same characters, the same narrative, the same story, all those things, and we can discuss the series the same as if you've watched it sub or dub. More power to you. I'm happy that you can enjoy anime in a different way than I do, because maybe you can bring a different perspective to the series than I can. So
you heard it here first, people. Our guests have spoken for themselves, but we have to come to a decisive answer, or this debate will never be settled. So after everything we've covered in this video, after all the information and opinions we have gone over, which one is better? Subbed or dubbed? The answer is... read the manga. Hey guys, if you liked that video, then be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you can get more. This video was really fun to make, so if you want more anime debates like this, then be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much to Shonen Showdown, Shay Taree, Broken Ronin, and Ryu Ryu for being in this video. You guys are awesome, and they all have great content that you guys should go check out. Link in the description. If you want to support this channel, then consider donating to our Patreon. For as low as $1 a month, you can get some really cool benefits and help this channel out. Share this video with your friends, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, my friends, I'm RJ Lane, and this has been On the Rise.